I don't usually do these types of videos, but it doesn't hurt to try something new every now and again. So Piggy has a lot of skins, and by a lot, I mean a lot. Over 100 to be exact. The skins are quite diverse. They can either be really good, or they can be really bad. Or they can be obscure. So obscure, in fact, to the point where you rarely see anyone playing as these skins. So I've garnered a total of 10 Piggy skins, which I personally think are the most obscure, and I'll be giving my reasons as to why. Before I start though, I do just want to quickly reiterate that everything said in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. Also, I will be excluding developer-only skins such as Pickle Rick and Lisa, as it's obviously self-explanatory as to why nobody plays as those skins, and I also won't be including any skins as never made it to the shop, such as Twisted Rabbit and Glitchy. And don't tell me that I quote-unquote forgot any skins, as like I said, this is my opinion and my opinion only, and I don't need interjections from other people's opinions on this matter. With that out of the way, I hope you will enjoy. Starting this off, we have the Angel skin. I barely see anyone play as the skin in Piggy nowadays, and the biggest reason I believe is because of the design. The design is rather basic, and please don't tell me that I'm not the only one who feels this way as well, but the jump scare sound is very loud and annoying. Whenever I died to someone playing as the skin, I felt like jumping through my screen and killing them. Intrusive thoughts aside, though, I know that this just sounds like I'm including the skin on this list because I hate it, but I don't actually hate the skin in all seriousness. I can't actually remember the last time when I did see someone playing as the skin, though. It might have been a year ago at this point, or maybe even longer, I don't know. But overall, I see why this is a possible obscure skin, as it's just a recolor of the default Piggy skin with some added wings and a halo, which I can see why it would be unappealing, thus resulting in the skin being obscure. With Devil, it's practically the same reasons as Angel almost. It's just a recolor of the default Piggy skin with some added wings and some horns. I can't remember the last time I saw someone play as the skin, would have to be at least a year ago at this point or something. Aside though, it's just another skin recolor with some added accessories and overall a basic design which would be unappealing to some players, making it an obscure skin. Also, a small detail about the Devil skin, people have reportedly experienced the Mandela effect with the skin, saying that the skin had ears, when in reality the skin never had ears to begin with. Let me know, are you also a victim of this Mandela effect, because I was as well. Now I know what some of you are going to say, but the Skelly skin got revived. Well, it did, thanks to the hashtag Skelly revival movement, which I took part in along with other people like Q-Splits and Seth Plays, shout out to them. But before the movement, this was still a very obscure skin. I almost never saw anyone playing as this skin, and like a lot of these, it all comes down to design. It's just the Roblox skeleton package with the Piggy head slapped on top of it along with some added teeth. Not to mention, the materials do not match up whatsoever, with the head being the old glass material which most of the old versions of the Piggy skins had, and the body being an entirely different custom texturized material. This is also one of the skins which I think really needs a redesign, as it looks very outdated compared to a lot of the other skins. Maybe Minitoon could redesign Skelly in the future or something, but until then, the future of this skin is undecided. Even after the skin was redesigned with a new head, I still rarely see people play as it. It could just be me, but I genuinely rarely see people play as it. Ultimately, again, it comes down to design. The design of Tigree isn't really all that interesting compared to his uniform variant, and many people have also nitpicked about Tigree not wearing any pants, which I can understand. I mean, back in 2020, you had skins like Doggy and Foxy wearing no pants, but eventually they gained trousers. And please, Minitoon, if you're watching this, give this man some trousers for fuck's sake. Aside from that, despite adding Tigree onto this list, I can't really think of any good reasons as to why this skin is obscure to me other than the fact that I just rarely see people use it. Also, this is some random information, but apparently the Tigree skin was popular amongst Roblox premium users for some reason. I'm still doubting the legitimacy of that information to this day. Toby's case I find to be kind of sad, because I still think this is a really well detailed skin for its time back when it was released in 2021 with the Heist chapter. I don't know why people barely use this skin. I haven't seen anyone play as Toby in a long time, and because of that, the skin deserved a spot on this list, and like Tigree, I can't think of any good reason as to why Toby is such an obscure skin. Do people just not like the skin? I don't know, but I'm sure the people can tell me. My only guess is that people just forgot about the skin over time as more detailed skins were released with each new update, eventually forgetting about Toby's existence as a whole. Maybe I should start a Toby revival movement, that would be neat. I would have ranked Desa lower on the list, but my next 5 takes I thought would just put Desa to shame if I ranked her any lower. With this skin, it's kind of obvious why it's such an obscure skin. The design is very basic, one of the most basic skins in Piggy and Book 2 to be specific. I think that this is probably the most basic skin out of every Book 2 skin that there is. Not much that's interesting about her design, and a Book 2 skin being this basic just feels very out of place, to be honest. If I looked at the skin for the first time ever, if I never knew what Piggy was aside from a couple of things about Book 1, then chances are I'd probably think that this was a Book 1 skin. And because of that, I can see why many players would find this skin unappealing, resulting in the skin being obscure. I'm willing to bet that not a lot of you watching this expected me to add this skin onto the list, but it honestly deserved a spot. I'll be honest, when have I ever seen anyone play as this skin? Almost never. The gold Piggy skin was only obtainable during the 8th annual Bloxy Awards, which was held back in 2021, and I believe that it was only obtainable for a period of 2 weeks, which isn't a lot of time in the grand scheme of things. Because of that, not many people have the skin, probably. And should I also mention the design as well? Very bland and basic, just a recolor of the angel skin, except it has gold textures all over it and the halo is gone. And there's a sparkling effect in the skin. Now do you see why I gave Desa 5th place? Surprisingly, to me, the skin is more obscure than both Desa and Gold Piggy. I honestly thought that it would be the other way round, but it appears not. Unlike Pandy's normal skin variant, I never see anyone play as this one. I'll just be straight up here. It's like everyone just forgot about the existence of this skin. Maybe it's because of the design. I mean, the skin still has the old cheek colours which should have been updated long ago. I don't think that the design of the skin is bad, especially for its time as well, but I just never see anyone play as it, and that's all there is to it, really. Coming in on that silver podium is none other than Electra. Now why do I add this skin here, you might ask? Because I'm sure that lots of people know about the skin, but what makes it so obscure is the rarity of the skin in general. Electra is labelled as one of the rarest skins in Piggy because it is, and when I say rare, I mean rarer than the Polly skin, which used to be the rarest skin in Piggy until Electra dethroned it. Why is the skin so obscure in terms of rarity? Because the Piggy x Metallica collaboration event, which was the event in which you had to play in order to get the skin, was released during a time where Piggy was not getting a lot of players, which meant that not a lot of people knew that the skin was out or got it. Also, the event was only available for 2 days, which isn't a lot of time at all. I remember this event released while I was at my grandparents' house and I was panicking because I thought that I would miss it. Well, thank fuck that I brought my laptop with me, because I would have never gotten the skin if I didn't. And finally, we come down to number 1, and that is the Sterling skin. Some of you might have expected this skin to be in first place on this list, and I'll tell you why. So Sterling was one of the obtainable skins that you got from beating Pig 64 Part 2, and out of all the skins from that event, Sterling is the rarest out of them all, because only around 53,000 people have the badge for the skin, which for Piggy isn't a lot at all. And to be honest, Sterling being the most obscure in terms of rarity kind of surprised me, as I wasn't really expecting it. But here we are. And that, ladies and gents, brings a wrap to this video. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Also comment below what your own thoughts are about what you think is the most obscure Piggy skin. But that's going to be it for the video now, so if you did enjoy, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, comment what other videos you want to see me do next, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.